Year 3105. Olympus is no longer just a mountain. It has transformed into a massive floating megacity orbiting around Earth. Gods have adapted to the new era using advanced technology in tandem with their divine powers. The once mythical realms now span across planets and dimensions, blending the ancient with the futuristic. The sun set over Olympus One, casting a warm, golden glow through the massive crystalline domes of the godly citadel. Below, the city streets shimmered with holographic statues, neon lights dancing in perfect synchronization to the rhythm of distant thunderclouds. Prometheus, the titan god of foresight and rebellion, sat on the ledge of his high-rise penthouse. The fire in his eyes, once the symbol of defiance, was dimmer now. He had walked through eons of time, across galaxies, but there was something missing. As he stared into the horizon, an old but familiar ache pulled at his chest. Prometheus had fought against gods and titans alike for humanity, yet even the liberation of humankind had not freed him from his eternal loneliness. He wondered if there was anything left to fight for. "Still brooding, are we?" came a voice, warm and teasing. Hermes appeared behind him, barely making a sound as his metallic wings retracted. The god of speed and communication looked different in this age. His once feathered wings had long been replaced by sleek chrome cybernetics. His eyes sparkled with mischief, and his sleek form still carried the charm of a trickster. But now, with a sharper edge, Prometheus didn't need to turn to know who it was. He had been expecting Hermes for days, knowing the god of messengers was always where he needed to be before anyone even asked. "It's been a while, Hermes." Hermes walked over, sitting beside Prometheus, his silver sandals softly clinking against the metal surface. "You know, for someone who gave humanity the gift of fire, you certainly seem to have let yours dim." Prometheus smiled faintly, though it didn't reach his eyes. "Maybe there's not much left to burn for." They sat in silence, watching the solar flares flicker on the edge of the Earth's atmosphere. Hermes, ever perceptive, turned his head to study Prometheus. "There is always something worth burning for. You just haven't found it yet." Prometheus turned, for the first time in what felt like millennia, and looked directly into Hermes' eyes. There was something there that had always been. A kind of dance between them, ageless, timeless, but never spoken aloud. Hermes had been the one constant in his life, the one who had delivered messages to him while he was chained, the one who had whispered rebellions into his ear when Zeus grew too complacent. He realized that Hermes had always been there, but he had never fully seen him. "You," Prometheus said quietly, the realization dawning on him like the first ember that sparked humanity's fire. "It's always been you." Hermes froze for a moment. His usual playfulness faltered, revealing a vulnerability underneath. "Prometheus, don't joke about this," he said, his voice softer than usual. "Not about this." "I'm not joking." Prometheus stood, turning to face him fully, his figure outlined against the neon skyline of Olympus One. "For eons, I've searched for meaning, for something worth the fight. But the truth is, I didn't see it. Not until now." Hermes rose too, his wings flexing slightly in tension. "You think this will work? You and me? We're gods. We're more than that, and yet less. You, the rebel. Me, the trickster. We've always been on opposite sides of the game." Prometheus took a step closer, closing the distance between them. "We're not opposites, Hermes. We're balance, fire and speed, thought and action. You've been the only constant in my life, the only one who can keep up." Hermes' breath hitched as Prometheus cupped his face, his touch soft but powerful, like the first warmth of fire on a cold night. "All this time," Hermes whispered, his voice barely audible, "I thought you never saw me." Prometheus smiled, a genuine one this time, and in his eyes the flame rekindled, brighter and fiercer than ever. I see you, Hermes, and I always will." They kissed, and in that moment, time itself seemed to pause. The stars above them blurred into streaks of light, and the city beneath them faded into silence. It was a kiss that defied space and time, a fusion of two forces who had orbited each other for eons, now finally colliding. When they pulled away, breathless, Hermes grinned, his old mischief returning. "So what now? We tear down Olympus again?" Prometheus laughed, a deep, resonant sound that echoed across the city. "Maybe, or maybe we build something new, together." And so, in the year 3105, on the edge of the futuristic Olympus, two gods who had danced through time and space finally found their way to each other. Their love, like the fire Prometheus had once gifted humanity, would burn brightly, eternal, defiant, and untamed. And this time, it wasn't just for the mortals, it was for themselves. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time, love, and the divine. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more epic tales and futuristic mythologies. Let us know in the comments which gods or legends you'd like to see next. Stay tuned for more on Iconica, where we bring timeless stories to life in ways you've never seen before.